reasons I always say you ought to go on a deployment. And this is in order of how I'd like you to think about them. But at the end of the day, I want you to think about number 6. Number 1, do it because we've got to deliver some critical capability for that stakeholder. Whether that's the president of a country, the head of the Afghan army, whether it's the president of the United States. When someone tells us to do something, that we've got to step up and we've got to deliver. The second one is, we as the Corps of Engineers, we need you. We take on these missions. Sometimes we don't even get a vote, and sometimes they're asked or told us to do it. But we can't do these missions unless we have people on the ground. The most important part of the Corps of Engineers, and the most important aspect, is not our technical capability, it's the passion in our people to be willing to go do great things. And that's what we need when we take on hard jobs, is people willing to put their career out there and to say, hey, I'm ready to go in and make something happen. Number 3, go see the world. 41 years I've been all over the world. I've enjoyed it. It's enriched me. My family's gotten better. And these deployments, even if it's not in a combat zone or the border, we need people in Korea. We need people in Japan. We need people in Germany. We need people in Vietnam doing missions in Vietnam. We have a dam that will fail somewhere in South America. We need people that are willing to fly in to do that. It's this whole idea of getting on a plane with a backpack and figuring out, hey, I'm here to be able to do something, but at the end of the day, some of those experiences are the ones you look back on and say, that's what really made my life worth living for, is that I was able to step up and serve. Number 4 is professional development. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn so much more. I went into Iraq as the number 2 guy in 03 to rebuild the grid. We took 100 people and we had to get them ready in 6 days and put them in a plane. This is all about electricity. We couldn't find very many electricians. We took 99 non-electricians and 1 electrician. And my 1 electrician got sick within the first 3 weeks. We had to send them home. We had to replace 900 towers that were 250 feet tall. It's kind of like building them out of an erector set. I took a park ranger that was brilliant. I was amazed how smart this park ranger was. And we taught him how to put towers together with a bunch of contractors from South Korea and Turkey. And he was phenomenal. He built 900 towers as a park ranger. When that guy came back, and all of a sudden, he's now sitting there in some rec area, and he's a park ranger, and we have an opening that opens up for an ops department. He said, hey, I think I can do that. The scope of my responsibilities in Iraq were so much more than what I normally do, and I might not have had the confidence when I was a park ranger, but after 8 months of building towers, man, I can do anything. I can take on the world, and now that person continues to move up through the chain because that person has had experiences. I took a senior GS employee, and I sent him into Iraq after a bunch of car bombs went off. I had a 4-star call me and said, we need to make Baghdad safer. And we took him in and deployed him in, and he came up with a great plan, worked with one of our generals to be able to solidify the perimeter of Baghdad. Right now, that person is an FCS because he understood what it was like to go into a hard place and to be able to continue to grow, to mature, and to be able to do the mission, and came back a much, much more confident person. When I promote people, I look at resumes, and if somebody has been in the same exact district for 30 years doing the same exact job, and now they're ready to really expand and try to move up, I say, where's the diversity in their portfolio? What else have they done? So it goes back to this idea of professional development. Number 5 is resume building. It helps you show your leaders, whether you work for the Corps or somebody else, that you're willing to take on tough jobs. You're willing to step up when the going gets tough, and you're willing to go in there. So I'm going to do 5 things, okay, all the way down, from very, very noble down to your resume, professional development. But if all else fails, reason number 6 you ought to sign up is because you're going to make more money. And the bottom line is, if you just do it for more cash, it's a pretty good deal. I don't care if it's not a noble calling for you, but the guys are telling me that normally when you deploy to Iraq or Afghanistan, the combat zone, you make about 2.5 times your regular salary. And if you're a 28-year-old engineer there with your 2 kids and a mortgage, and you're trying to find out how to get a little bit of a jump start, you know, a 1-year deployment in here will really help you out financially. Same thing with if it's not for the other 5, just to be able to bank some of those dollars to be able to know you're a little bit more financially secure. So to Colonel Beck, to the whole TAD team, to the rest of the crew, I can't thank you enough for what you all do to set the conditions, but we can't be a Corps of Engineers that can only worry about rec areas and only worry about locks and dams and only worry about barracks and forced frags. When the world needs a world-class organization and the world needs the most premier professional engineering organization in the world, we need to be ready to go across the world with the capabilities and the skill sets that you all have. So I would say sign up, come join the team, get out of your regular normal place. Your family's going to be fine. We're going to take care of your family. You're going to get back. But at the end of the day, we need an expeditionary mindset to do what America needs us to do.